Hey everybody, it's Wednesday. Welcome back to Loser to Lambo. As promised last week, I have my friend Mark here today. You're young, you're motivated, you're inspired, you're inspiring others. You are unlike anyone your age I've ever met. How old are you now?
Just turned 21.
Just turned 21.
Yeah, just turned
right
21.
on.
Yeah.
And you're already working on big things.
Full-time in my own business.
A couple questions for you today. Why do you think you're different than the majority of people your age? Like, how did you get into this? How did you get into this way, this direction?
Yeah, that's a great question. It's just really interesting because I never really thought entrepreneurially at all. Going through school, I was pretty average. I like to party. I like to drink. I wasn't really getting ahead. I was actually, going in the opposite direction. And I think the reason now that I'm different, like in the way that I think, I wouldn't say like I'm totally different than everyone my age. I still like have the same, influences, everything like that. But I think the major thing is mentorship. Like having somebody like open doors for you, to a new way of thinking, and just realizing who to listen to and why to listen to them. And for me, it was because they had the lifestyle that, I'd always sort of dreamed of, and it just made sense for me to listen to people who had the life that I wanted.
Right.
Nice one.
You mentioned mentors.
Yeah.
Who are your primary mentors?
There's the ones that are obvious, like Darren Hardy, John Maxwell, Paul Sitka, and those sorts of leaders that are just great thought thinkers, right? Like they just know that their thinking is going to result in the way that they're going to act and live. So like getting my thinking right through their thinking, because they obviously have the life that I want. And then like my real life mentors that I see like every day and talk to every day, I'd like to say they're my good friends, like people like you, people like Jen, people like Tom, people like Dennis, people like Ryan, people that have been in my life for a while, who are already holistically successful, like in their marriage, their relationships, their finances, their confidence, their self-image, just basically who they are as a person and wanting to pay it forward to other people, just as inspiring to me to want to do that to others as well. So I just try and model my life after those sorts of people, people who have good integrity and good values.
Where are you going? What's your end game? What do you want to do?
Well,
you got all this drive and all this motivation, and where are you going?
For me, I'm really focused on significance. Like success and money and wealth and all of that sort of stuff, to me is really secondary to helping people. Right? Because if you help enough people, if you serve people unconditionally for them and to help equip them for greatness, there's tons of things in the 21st century where, building leaders and equipping leaders, you're going to see, paybacks that are insane monetarily, like some of my mentors, easily making $80,000, $100,000 a month, because they're actually willing to serve other people and not just live for them, think about how they want to live, not just what they want to do for money, but what kind of life that they want to live in terms of significance and adding value to other people, because it's what you inspire others to do, not just what you do.
See what I mean? Told you. I have a feeling there's a quote coming up.
Okay, at the end of life, it won't be your success but your significance, not your competence but your character, not how much you got but how much you taught, and not necessarily what you have but what you shared. Live a life that matters. Live a life of love.
Bye.
Good question.
Speaking of quotes,
Yeah.
What's your favorite quote? Now I know it's on the spot thing, but that you can think of right now.
Yeah.
What's your favorite quote? Who's the author, and why is it important?
It is. I hope I don't misquote this, but it was by John Maxwell in Think for a Change. You will become as big as your dominant desire, or you'll become as small as your I think it was smallest aspiration, or something along those lines, where basically you're going to be as big as your desires, or you're going to be as small as your temptations. Procrastination killed more dreams than anything else, I'd say.
Right.
Because everyone's just, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it tomorrow. It's definitely been an interesting life journey up till this point. Not a lot of people would have experienced what I've experienced by my age and been exposed to what I've been exposed to. I'm just really grateful, really, that I've been exposed to the mentorship that I've been exposed to know the people that I know, so that they can help me think the way that I think. And it's not to put that I'm anything special. I'm really mentor-made.
Yeah.
Right? People say self-made. That's not true. In a lot of people's sense nowadays, because all the information is there. We have access to all the information. It's just the self-motivation and the discipline to actually go and achieve your whatever it is your ambition is, whatever your long-term is. A lot of people, they just don't clarify their long-term. They only clarify their short-term, and they're just trying to live for that emotional gain in the moment rather than that long-term character, doing things that their future self will thank them for. They're just doing things that their present self will thank them for.
I would think that some of my viewers would think, well, maybe this guy just came from a family of tons of support, and they're all super motivated, and they're all, like, your whole family's not crazy into like all this self-improvement as much as you are. Like, this is kind of you kind of found this on your own.
The door was open to me by like mentors. Like I wasn't like self-motivated, like seeking out how I could become a multimillionaire. I had big dreams and big goals, but then those doors were open to me, so I just capitalized on other people's knowledge. I capitalized on what they were teaching me, and I'm grateful that I was able to humble myself to people who had a superior lifestyle than I'd ever been exposed to, like in the school system, or like my friends' parents, or anything really. Like being able to be, you know, stepping into early retirement, you know, being able to be full-time parents. You know, be able to travel the world, be able to have like cars and houses and cash, live a debt-free lifestyle. To me, pursuing that was like amazing. There's no, you know, I had to take the opportunity when it was presented to me, regardless of how I was going to get there. I needed to do it. People always try and pull you down, you know, to where they're at, if you're doing something that they're not pursuing. You know, like I mean, you're always going to get, you know, criticized or complained about and everything like that. But if you're going to let that pull you down, then you're never going to be able to separate, right? And if you have big dreams and big goals and big ambitions, the key is just to find people that think the way that you think and only network with those people. You know, like don't spend time somewhere that you don't feel like is going to be adding value to you or adding value to other people, right? And if you're associating with people who are pulling you down, who don't believe in you, then sooner or later you're not going to believe in you.
It's been really cool to meet you, man.
Yeah, it's been awesome meeting you. Like, you're an awesome guy. I love what you're doing with Loser to Lambo as well.
Yeah?
I love what you're doing, just trying to inspire people and help people.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Well, man, I can't thank you enough for coming here and taking the time. We'll be on my YouTube channel,
Yeah.
man. Very cool. And, I mean, we're going to follow you along now. This will not be the last interview. I'm sorry, bud.
No, it's awesome coming. I appreciate you inviting me to come do this. Like, it was really nice of you. And, you know, hopefully we added value to somebody somewhere.
I hope so.
That just could watch this and be like, hey, you know what? I can be somebody. I can do something.
Right.
Rather than just be an ordinary from the land of familiar.
And you don't have to be like a certain age.
No, it doesn't matter.
I'm in my
It
mid
doesn't
30s.
matter.
You're
Yeah.
in your early 20s, right?
Yeah.
It's like just it's like you said, it's a mindset.
Yeah, exactly, 100%.
So it's just a matter of how long it takes certain people to be willing to follow that mindset. It seems.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Right on
Yeah.
that. Okay, yeah, and then the one thing I was going to ask you is, see you guys next week.
Was it good? Was it
Oh
good?
my god, unbelievable.
Thanks, man.
Oh, hey,